We're Jordan and Emily, an Australian couple currently travelling the world full-time. We are halfway through our Romanian road trip and have arrived at the stunning medieval hilltop town of Sighișoara. Today we get to walk through this incredible and colourful town while we try some amazing traditional Romanian food and even some award-winning brandy from a 500-year-old cellar.
Is that meant to be a fruit? This is like the cutest town we have ever been to. All of the buildings are so colourful, it reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. And then, just to really live out my Disney princess, cats keep coming up to me and loving on me. Ah, you little angel. Oh, I love him. But today we are doing our absolute favourite thing and exploring this amazing city and country through their food. You don't want to leave the cat. Come to me, little angel.
We're not actually here for the cats. This town was on our way to our next stop. We thought, let's just stop off, but we are dedicating today's video to the food.
We have a list of 6 things to try. First thing is a donut, and I think we're going to end the day with a plum brandy.
Starting with dessert.
And cats.
And cats.
Our first stop of the day is for Papanași. It is a traditional Romanian dessert. It's essentially a donut that's either been fried or boiled. It has a cheese filling and is then topped with sour cream and sour jam. I don't know how this is going to taste because it's a lot of sour things for a dessert, but I'm excited to try.
Thank you.
There was a bit of a language barrier when we ordered. We thought that they said that they only had the boiled option available here. This seems fried though. We also only ordered 1 and 2 came. Not the biggest deal though. Now we both get one. That is amazing. It's like it's got just a tiny hint of sour to it. It's a very light, hot, fresh donut. And the jam is so full of berries. What a great start to the day. I don't know how this is going to get big. Such an interesting mix of flavours. And when you try the cream separately, it definitely is sour. It really seems like it shouldn't work, but it is delicious. Also, I'm pretty sure these are fried. If this is boiled, I don't know how crispy the fried ones would be.
Getting 2 instead of 1 was definitely an expensive error. It also means that we're going to be full for the entire day.
Full of donuts. This is where Vlad Dracula lived. So we have now come to a super traditional looking restaurant where we're going to get Mici, which is like a meat sausage roll, essentially. We have had it before in Sighisoara and they are amazing. We're also getting a cabbage roll. I think there's meat involved in that somehow as well that I'm not really sure about. And last but not least, we're getting polenta, which looks amazing. It's like super cheesy somehow. It all sounds delicious, so I can't wait.
And this place is gorgeous. We came here because we knew it had traditional food, but blown away by it. There's also like an underground cellar bit which looks really cool, but it was a bit too intimate for us.
That was more like people on their romantic dates drinking red wine and having expensive steaks.
So we wouldn't want to be there talking to the camera.
But it's so cute with all the vines hanging over. Very nice vibe. I love that in Europe, heaps of the buildings have like terraces like this inside. So you walk in and the roof opens up again. I love it. The polenta looks different to how I expected. I think I was picturing like a mashed potato kind of thing, but it's kind of like cut into cake slices. So I have no idea how this is going to taste. It's a weird texture, like it seems goopy, if that makes sense. It's also a lot more yellow than I was expecting. I believe polenta is made from corn flour, so I guess that's where it comes from. It is an incredibly creamy texture, but also still kind of has like a grain to it. I don't know if it's my favorite thing in the world, unfortunately. This dish has also come with like a whole hunk of what I'm assuming is pork, but into Romania's national dish, the Sarmale, or the stuffed cabbage roll. That tastes so familiar for some reason. The meat inside of there has massive chunks of onion and is so tender and delicious. And that cabbage leaf just adds this awesome, I guess, texture. I don't think it really adds a flavour to it.
It kind of reminds me of like, it's going to sound real stupid, hot cold rolls. Like cold rolls that you get in Vietnam, but a hotter version of it. A bit more meat in it.
The meat here has been served with a big bowl of mustard. It is just cooked to perfection. The skin is all crispy, but then the inside is so tender and juicy. It's filled with all different herbs and spices, but not overwhelming. The mustard is nice and tangy. Oh, can't go wrong.
And it smells incredible. It's the thing that if you're walking down the street and something like Disney butterflies you in on the fumes, that's it. That's the meat. It's amazing.
I think that's my favourite. I love it. I did not expect stuffed cabbage rolls to be my favourite thing, but they are so comforting and hearty. It's so savoury and delicious. All of the Romanian foods that we've tried so far have a very comforting feel to them, and I can imagine during the cold Romanian winters they would just be perfect. Like it would be exactly what you need.
The foods have been amazing today. Our last stop's actually not food, but I'm equally as excited for it.
It's meant to be one of Sighișoara's like hidden gems.
The final stop of this awesome day is a 500-year-old cellar. Apparently the family that's lived there has been brewing the same authentic brandy for 200 years. I'm excited to try it. Emily does not like brandy, but she will try it too.
Really got to pay attention on these cobblestone streets.
Watch your head, this is 500-year-old Romanian.
Wow. Oh.
First is the plum, the next is the pear, 3 is the apple, 4 is the one wine brandy. In word is the forest fruit liquor. The secret for the lady.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
No man.
I love him so much. He's so passionate about the wine and the brandy. This place is so cold. It is a 500-year-old cellar, like Jordan said, and the recipes have been in the family for hundreds of years. We got here a bit early, but he opened it for us. There is plum, apple, forest fruit, pear, and mystery.
O pensiune să mincăm sus, unde 3 sticluțe până pară lichior pentru copii subnaturali.
It's not weak.
Gratuite.
It feels really traditional. You can feel the burn and the burn on the lips. It's really good.
It smells so strong.
La salonul nostru internațional au făcut găsete.
Is that meant to be a fruit? It just tastes like burn. Oh, that smells better. This is a forest fruit one, and apparently this recipe was only known to the women in the family. So his great grandmother had the recipe and passed it down to all the women. That's the stuff. I'll have this one, you can have the other 4.
Done that?
I think they're sipping.